Rockstar could create a spiritual successor to Max Payne inspired by John Wick, with reference to the passing of the iconic voice actor. There's a hole in the gaming world that few franchises have managed to fill, and one of the biggest is Max Payne. With its signature bullet time, gritty noir storytelling, and raw emotion. It was more than just a shooter, it was a character-driven action masterpiece. But with Remedy moving on to Alan Wake and Control, and Rockstar holding the rights to Max Payne, fans have been left waiting. And now, with the tragic passing of James McCaffrey, the unmistakable voice of Max himself, it feels like that chapter has truly closed. But what if it didn't have to end? What if Rockstar created a spiritual successor to Max Payne, something new, but something that still honored the legacy of the series? A game that doesn't just mimic the mechanics, but evolves them. Something that blends the narrative grit of Max Payne with the brutal, stylish momentum of something like John Wick. Let's be real, John Wick is Max Payne. If you swapped out the trench coat for a tailored suit, and gave the painkiller pills a more elegant twist. Both characters are driven by loss. Both tear through criminal empires not out of revenge alone, but out of survival, grief, and sheer will. And both own every room they enter with precision gunplay and sheer presence. The formula is there, Rockstar just needs to tap into it. Imagine a new protagonist. Maybe he's not a cop. Maybe he's not even trying to be a hero. He's just a broken man caught between the ashes of his past and a world that won't let him move on. He doesn't have to be Max, but his pain, his story, his rage should carry the same weight. And the gameplay? That's where Rockstar can truly shine. Gunfu combat systems, cinematic finishers, environmental kills, a blend of tactical cover shooting and close-quarter brutality. Every bullet should feel personal. Now think about setting. Max Payne 3 was a leap forward in style, sun-drenched favelas, neon bars, slow-motion shootouts in high-rises. Rockstar could build on that, but take it global. Think underground nightclubs in Berlin, Yakuza hideouts in Tokyo, remote estates in Eastern Europe. The world of John Wick feels alive with assassins, codes, hidden networks. Rockstar could make that their own. Create a criminal underworld that's not just stylish, but lived in. What about the narrative? Rockstar's writing has always been sharp, even when they lean into satire. But here, they'd need to go back to noir roots. Give us inner monologues, pain-soaked flashbacks, morally grey decisions. Use every cinematic trick in the book. Long takes, creative angles, weather as emotion. Let us feel what the character feels. The death of McCaffrey could even serve as part of the meta-inspiration. Maybe the game opens with the funeral of an old killer. Maybe the main character was once his protege, haunted by what he learned and what he's become. There's something poetic about legacy in gaming. The death of James McCaffrey wasn't just the end of Max Payne. It marked the closing of a powerful chapter. But Rockstar could use that moment to inspire something new. A spiritual successor doesn't have to be Max Payne in name. It just needs to capture the emotion, the style, and the raw intensity that defined him. Rockstar has the tools. They've already shown their mastery with Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA V. Imagine combining that attention to detail with fast-paced, cinematic combat. You're diving through the air in slow motion, sliding behind cover, chaining together gunplay and brutal hand-to-hand attacks in one smooth sequence. Bullet time becomes more dynamic. Every movement matters. The protagonist doesn't need to be a cop. Maybe he's an ex-hitman, a washed-up enforcer pulled back into the game by personal loss. Sound familiar? That's the beauty of it. The spirit of Max Payne meets the refined fury of John Wick. The pain is personal. The violence is purposeful. The stakes feel real. Now imagine the world around him. Rockstar could create a living city pulsing with criminal underworld energy. Hotels with hidden rules. Fixers who communicate in code. A shadow network of contracts, all tied together by a central mystery. It's not just about action, it's about atmosphere. The world feels alive and dangerous, just like John Wick's universe. Customization would elevate replayability. Choose different builds, stealth or brute force. Equip unique weapons, dual pistols, SMGs, exotic handguns. Make each loadout feel personal. Clothing choices could affect gameplay, like armor or concealment. The idea is to blend style with strategy. Cool, but with purpose. And then there's the tone. The soundtrack would carry weight. somber piano notes during quiet moments, heavy synth during shootouts. Think of a final gunfight in the rain. Slow motion kicks in and a mournful melody plays. It's not just action, it's art, a balance of chaos and control. Most importantly, this game would be a tribute, not just to Max Payne, but to McCaffrey's unforgettable performance. A passing of the torch, not a replacement. A bold evolution of a legacy. Rockstar has a chance to make something meaningful, thrilling, and emotional. If they do it right, they won't just revive a style of gameplay. They'll redefine it. And in doing so, they'd honor the past while blazing a bold new future.